individual clubs final, Daria Varfolomeev. She looks a bit off her usual point in this competition. She had a qualification score of 34.2. She was first with clubs in qualification, but she seemed a bit rattled after her ball routine here, which was quite unsuccessful. Let's see if she can make up for it with the clubs. Now that is what we call amazing choreography. This routine is just a masterpiece. Very modern, very funky kind of vibes from Daria Varfolomeev. Truly, truly an amazing routine. Clubs is definitely one of her stronger apparatuses. That was a lot better than her ball routine. Very precise, very nicely done. And I'm sure she'll get a high score for this routine. We can see the nicely done planche pirouette. Still just 17 years old. Gymnasts in the senior category do have to have 9 body elements, or else they would get deducted. If it's anything they can have above that, will not be counted. Now that's a better look for Daria Varfolomeev than she had after the ball routine. Beautiful smile there with her coach, Olympic silver medalist Yulia Raskina. And the score for Daria Varfolomeev is 34.2. Exact same as she had in the qualifications. Next up, Giovana Santos for the first time here today. This is her first final with the clubs representing Brazil. such a powerful ending to that routine by Giovana Santos of Brazil. An unfortunate drop right in the end of her routine. Other than that, it was absolutely spectacular. Such interesting choreography, such interesting elements. She's really good at those fouette pirouettes going into a leap, which cost a lot as well in points. She finished 7th with the clubs in qualification, but that was a very, very strong routine from her. Aside from that drop, if it wasn't for that drop, she would have gotten a very good score. Now that's definitely going to damage it. That drop will be worth at least 0.5. And in addition to the risk not being counted, to the throw not being counted. Santos finished 12th in the all-around competition. She's 22 years old. Represented Brazil actually at the 2020 Summer Olympics in the group competition, and now she competes as an individual. A lot of gymnasts actually do the opposite, compete as individuals and then switch to groups. Here with Giovana Santos, it happened to be the opposite, and she's doing quite well for herself as that individual gymnast. 29.1 for Giovana Santos, putting her behind Varfolomeev. That drop definitely damaged her, both execution and difficulty. Up next, we have Alina Harnasko, who has already won gold with the ball and bronze with the hoop, including a silver in the all-around competition as well. Her routines are absolute art. She's so majestic. It looks like she's one with the apparatus. She moves so well, and you can tell just how much this competition means to her, how much gymnastics means to her, and how loved she is by the fans and by the rhythmic gymnastics community. She is absolutely wonderful. Alina Harnasko with the clubs. She has the score of 33.35 with the clubs in qualification, was behind Daria Varfolomeev. But this routine was just phenomenal. Look at her extensions, her balletic movements, but at the same time, so expressive. She has a very, very nice form on that penché pirouette. She was just overcome with emotions. The European Championships is coming up, and then the Olympics after. Such an emotional time, such a roller coaster ride of emotions for each and every one of these gymnasts. And we can see just that in Alina Harnasko's reactions. And the final score is 33.65. She not enough to catch up to Daria Varfolomeev of Germany, but nonetheless, a really, really decent score there. Up next, Ekaterina Vedeneeva of Slovenia already has gotten a medal, her first and only medal so far in this competition, bronze with the ball, and now she's coming out in her second final with the clubs. Of a wobble in that last large throw of the routine. I don't think she did it just as she planned to, but she didn't drop the apparatus, and that is what matters most. Such a balletic routine from Ekaterina Vedeneeva of Slovenia, very beautifully executed. She has such a great relationship with her coach, and her mom was also a rhythmic gymnastics coach. This is going to be her second Olympic Games this summer. She already competed in Tokyo in 2020. And she has been just right outside of the podium this whole season so far. Started off at the Grand Prix in Marbella with 6th place, and then in the World Cup in Athens, she placed 4th. Also at the Grand Prix in Thais, she placed 4th. In Tashkent, she was 4th. So many 4th places. So nice to see that she already at least got a bronze with the ball in this Challenge Cup in Portimao. 29 years old. Unbelievable. 2.25 for Ekaterina Vedeneeva, putting her in third position. She's currently right behind Daria Varfolomeev and Alina Harnasko. And next up, another gymnast who we will be seeing for the first time today, and a country that we still haven't seen today. It's Lily Mizuno of the United States, 23 years old, and a very fun leotard here. Lily Mizuno of the United States. An unfortunate loss there right at the beginning, a loss of apparatus during the large throw of 3 illusions. A mistake will definitely cost her. The coach not at her happiest point. But getting into the finals at a competition of this level is a great accomplishment in and of itself. We also haven't seen America's leading gymnast, Vita Grishkenas, yet. We will see her in the ribbon final, though. "23 years old. She was a group gymnast. She competed at the 2020 Summer Olympics with the group of the United States. .75, and that drop at the beginning during the 3 illusions definitely influenced that score quite a bit. Up next, Alba Bautista with the clubs representing Spain, and we could already tell by the starting pose that it's going to be an interesting routine. like she was just a little bit early there with the music at the end. Looked like she finished before it, and I think that will definitely be a deduction for that ending. Finishing not together with the music is a deduction. Otherwise, also had a drop there during one of the larger throws. But other than some of the mistakes, it was a very well choreographed, very difficult routine. And she's upset with herself as well. Very expressive gymnast. You can see she really enjoys what she does. She loves rhythmic gymnastics. Very intriguing starting pose here. Signature Spanish move that all the Spanish gymnasts do is the backward illusion turns. And the drop right here, thankfully, didn't go out of bounds, meaning it will only be a 0.3 deduction, plus the large throw won't count, but still an unfortunate one. Alba Bautista, 30.55 for clubs. Considering she had a drop in her routine, that's actually not bad at all. Next one, the youngest competitor of today, it's Christina Taranovsky of Israel. With her clubs routine, she competed in the hoop finals, but did not make it into the ball individual apparatus finals. Christina Taranovsky representing Israel had a couple of fumbles in this club's routine and a loss of apparatus during a very unfortunate spot into the routine during her dance step combination. That is, I think, the worst thing that can happen during a routine is losing the apparatus during the dance step competition, composition part in the routine. That also comes from the level of experience. You can see the spot right there. It just slipped out of her hand. It wasn't on a throw or anything like that. That will be a 0.3 or 0.5 deduction. She is still very young, just 16 years old. These kind of things come from experience, and she, I'm sure, has a very bright future ahead of her. And the score for Christina Taranovsky is 30.05. She falls into the 5th position at the moment. And now the crowd favorite from Brazil, Bárbara Domingos. She already performed with the ball today, and we are in store for another very interesting start to the routine. And Bárbara Domingos closes off the individual clubs finals competition with an absolute bang. That was a great routine. No visible mistakes, no drops. A lot of gymnasts had drops with the clubs, had some minor errors, but Bárbara Domingos was absolutely on fire. Her coach happier than ever. Bárbara Domingos will be going into the Olympics this summer in Paris. She fell short of winning a spot to compete at the 2020 Summer Olympics, which went to Ruth Castillo, but now she has proved to everyone that everything and anything is possible as long as you want it bad enough. She made it to her Olympic spot, and here in Portimao, Portugal, she has been an absolute joy to watch. Bárbara Domingos of Brazil. Her score with the clubs in qualifications was 31.8. And that routine might just beat that score. And the final score is 32.0. That's 2/10 higher than her qualification score, but nothing huge, putting her in the 4th position. She might have been expecting a medal for that, but doesn't quite make it. Next up, we will have the last individual finals with the ribbon. But here, at first, let's take a look at the final results of the individual clubs final. Daria Varfolomeev takes another gold medal. Alina Harnasko with the silver, and another bronze for Ekaterina Vedeneeva of Slovenia. And very close scores. Look at that, Barbara Domingos falling short of a bronze by just 0.25. That's so little, and I'm sure she's disappointed. She might even, together with her coach, decide to put that score under review.